This is Jarrod Horak, and this is my latest Road to the 2024 Kentucky Derby video. In this video, I'm going to analyze the Robert Lewis Stakes at Santa Anita Park for Saturday, February 3rd, 2024, one of 4 Kentucky Derby points races on the day, covering all of those on my YouTube channel, and then also 3 Kentucky Oaks points races this weekend, covering those as well. So check all of those out on my YouTube channel, and Today's Racing Digest has a special promo code offer this week. So go over to todaysracingdigest.com, and on their front page, you'll see handicapping products. Click there and then click Complete Digest. It will take you over to the Complete Digest page. And if you're interested in getting the Complete Digest for free for Gulfstream, Oaklawn, and Santa Anita for Saturday, February 3rd, you're going to put those in your cart and you're going to use promo code DERBY2324, and you'll get all of those products for free for Saturday, February 3rd. So go over to todaysracingdigest.com for more details. All of those products should be available by Friday, February 2nd. And the Complete Digest of Today's Racing Digest has been covering Southern California racing since 1970. And then they expanded out over the years and they cover other tracks as well. So go over to todaysracingdigest.com for more details. You can also read my Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks reports at their website. You just go over there, click on their Kentucky Derby tab. You can read my Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks reports. And the past performances in this video provided by todaysracingdigest.com. And I'm going to be covering the 5th race at Santa Anita for Saturday, February 3rd. Grade 3, $200,000 Robert Lewis Stakes. 3-year-olds traveling a mile on the main track. Scheduled post time 5:23 p.m. Eastern. This is a 2-turn 1-mile race, and the Bob Baffert runners are ineligible to earn Kentucky Derby points. And Wind Me Up is the first Bob Baffert runner, and he is 6-1 morning line with jockey Juan Hernandez aboard. And Hernandez was aboard for his wire-to-wire maiden win on September 2nd at Del Mar. Then he was second in the Grade 1 American Pharoah Stakes behind his stablemate Muth when he stretched out second time out. Breeders' Cup Juvenile, he was a 22-1 long shot. He finished 8th, beaten 28 lengths. And then the Los Al Futurity, they bet him down to 190-1. It was a 5-horse field, and he stalked and he finished 4th. And I'm not sure how strong that Los Al Futurity really was. We're going to find out in here because we have multiple horses coming back out of that race. The winner of that race was Winstock, a long shot for Bob Baffert. He's running in the Southwest Stakes, and you have horses like Wind Me Up, Stronghold, Coach Prime, Ace of Clubs. The other horses that ran in that race are running back in this race. And Ace of Clubs is the 2 in here, and he was 5th in his last 2 starts, the Los Al Futurity, and then the Golden Mile on turf. Then the Zuma Beach, he was 4th as well. So he had back-to-back wins in dirt sprints at Del Mar versus Lesser, and then as he stepped up, he hasn't been able to pick up his game. Better Than Gold looked really good second time out. In his career debut, he was 22-1. He had trouble. He finished 8th, beaten 15 lengths. Then he was 9-1 second time out. A 1-mile race at Del Mar on December 2nd. Big effort there for trainer Gary Mandela, the son of Nyquist, rallied from next to last, rallied wide from the outside post in a 7-horse field to win by a neck. The runner-up and show finishers were both next out winners. I can see him getting involved from off the pace, maybe getting a piece of this. Moonlit Sonata looked good in his debut, 6.5 furlongs at Del Mar, rallying from 8th after a slow start and rallying wide and winning, going away at 33-1 odds by more than 2 lengths. The San Vicente Stakes was his second start. Muth dominated that one. Pilot Commander, Muth's stablemate, was second. This horse ended up finishing 5th, beaten 10 lengths, never really got involved. Stretching out after 2 sprints, he'll really have to go better in here. Coach Prime is next, and he's the next Bob Baffert runner, and he's removing blinkers. That's a strong angle for trainer Bob Baffert. 35% wins when he takes blinkers off. They paid $1.7 million for this one. Frankie Dettori will ride, and in his debut, it was a 1-mile race on turf, and he ended up finishing 3rd. Not bad there. I think that he just wanted to run 2 turns, and that's the race that was available at the time. And they tried him on turf, but then they got him to the main track, is what he wanted to do all along. And then in that race, second time out, 10-horse field, post 9, he dominated. He won by more than 7 lengths. He was the favorite. The Grade 2 Los Al Futurity, he was 80 cents on the dollar. He found his best stride too late, and he was 3rd, beaten a length there. So he wasn't able to quicken enough racing wide throughout in that spot. So Coach Prime, I can see him going better now in his second stakes start. He will need a bit of pace help. Nysos, the next Bob Baffert trainee, he's 4-5 morning line. This son of Nyquist Bernardini, the dam sire. He's bred to handle longer distances, and this will be his first start around 2 turns. They paid $550,000 for him. He wore blinkers in his debut, and he dominated by 10 lengths. I mentioned that Bob Baffert had a good angle with the blinkers off move. Well, he took the blinkers off of Nysos in the Grade 3 Bob Hope Stakes, and he dominated that race. He stalked the pace. He took over. He won by almost 9. So back-to-back relatively fast races, and they were excellent races, and he's one that I think will end up probably trying to relax a little bit and stalk the pace. But if he just wants to go on with it, maybe Flavien Prat will just let him go. Stronghold in here. This is a horse that's part of my Kentucky Derby Exceptional 11 list, and he's adding blinkers, and he's run well in all 4 starts. Second in his career debut behind Awesome Road. Awesome Road has disappointed since then. Stronghold was 10 lengths clear of the show finisher in his debut. Then he came back and he defeated Resilience in his second career start, a 1-mile race at Churchill Downs. And then Resilience was second there, and Track Phantom was third. Now, Resilience recently broke his maiden for trainer Bill Mott, and he's probably going to run in the Risen Star Stakes next. Track Phantom, who was third in that race, he's won the 2 points races so far. He won the Gun Runner Stakes and the Lecomte Stakes, and he's going to run in the Risen Star next. So Stronghold beat some decent horses there, and then he faced Nysos in the Bob Hope, and he could not keep up with that one. And he was second, and clearly second best behind that almost 9 lengths winner. And then in the Los Al Futurity, I made him my top choice. He was 4-1. Good value in that race. He stalked. He took a short lead. It looked like he was going to win it. But Winstock, who was setting the pace, just kept digging in, and he was able to hold him off and win by a half length. So now Stronghold with Antonio Fresu riding back, adding blinkers. I think blinkers are more for focus than trying to get him to the lead. They just want him to focus in this race, and he'll probably stalk the pace. Mick V is next for trainer John Sheriffs. This is a son of Constitution, $1.25 million purchase, and he was 7th, beaten 12 lengths in the debut. Wind Me Up was the winner that day. 6.5 furlong second time out. Maymun, one of his stablemates, dominated that one. And McVeigh, actually Maymun is a Bob Baffert trainee, and McVeigh is a John Sheriff's trainee, and he was clearly second best. So second start after a layoff. First start around 2 turns after 2 sprint races. That's a good angle. John Sheriffs hasn't won this meet yet, but multiple horses have hit the board. Umberto Rispoli will ride this one. Still a maiden, facing some decent types. Scatify is next for trainer John Sadler, a son of Justify. $120,000 purchase, and he won his career debut at 9-1 odds. Los Al, 6 furlongs, stalked the pace, took the lead, won by a half length. 6 lengths clear of the show. The runner-up was 6 lengths clear of the show finisher there. So the top 2 ran decent races, and this one from the outside post is going to have to step up his game. So this race probably goes through Bob Baffert. As I said, I don't really think the Los Al Futurity was that strong. Nysos making his first start around 2 turns, really no value there, but he is the fastest horse on paper. He's the most likely winner, and I will pick him on top in here just because I'm not thrilled with any of the horses coming out of the Los Al Futurity. I don't know how strong that race is. As I said, we're going to find out on Saturday in the Southwest with the winner of the Los Al Futurity running there, and then the 4 of the other horses that competed in that race running in this spot. But I think Nysos is going to be tough to beat. They're either just going to go on with it and take the lead, or they're going to let another Bob Baffert trainee take the lead, like Wind Me Up, and I'll try to stalk that one. So Nysos is ineligible, just like all the other Bob Baffert runners, to run in the Kentucky Derby, but his runners can compete in the Preakness and Belmont, so Nysos could end up showing up in one or both of those races if he continues to progress for trainer Bob Baffert. Nysos is my top choice in here. I'll make Stronghold my second choice, and then I'll make Coach Prime my third choice. And then another horse that I think possibly could hit the board better than Gold. So those are the most likely alternatives to Nysos. But if he runs his race, I think he's going to win this race. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this horse racing content. And keep checking my YouTube channel for all these Kentucky Oaks and Kentucky Derby videos. Go over to todaysracingdigest.com on their Kentucky Derby page to read my Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks articles. Go over to my personal website, therunawayhorse.com. All new upgraded website, a lot of information there. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.